Hi guys, welcome to Kraku. In this video, we'll be looking at one of the most requested topics from a lot of our students is which colleges to apply before the CAT exam and which colleges to apply after the CAT exam, right? So I realize the anxiety among students, right? Hoping that they don't miss the deadline to apply to certain colleges, right? And that fear is always going to be there. Right, I understand it. So here's what we're going to do. In this video, we'll look at some of the top colleges that you're going to have to apply before and some after the exam, right? And we'll look at the tentative dates and when the process happens and everything, right? And don't worry, you can just follow Kraku, subscribe to the channel, follow Kraku on the socials, right? We will be intimating all of you guys when any of these colleges open registration, right? So there's nothing to worry about. Right, so you don't have to keep going and asking around that if this college opened registration yet or if this college opened registration. Just follow our channel and we'll make sure that you are up to date on everything. Right, so coming to this video, top MBA colleges to apply before and after the CAT exam. When we say CAT exam, we mean before and after the CAT result. Right, so which colleges you're going to use your result to apply and which colleges you have to apply before you write the exam or get the result. Right, so we'll look at it from the first college, probably the most popular college to apply to using your CAT scorecard, which is Faculty of Management Studies, Delhi. This college just requires your CAT score, nothing else, right? And the application to apply to this college opens around last week of January, right? If I remember correctly, last year it opened around January 31st and they kept their deadline on February 14th. But then as February 14th approached, they extended the deadline to last week of February. So you had until the end of February to apply for FMS. Right, so the thing is that after the CAT exam, there's going to be a lot of anxious people who are going to be asking, is FMS forms open yet? FMS forms open yet? Don't worry, they're going to open only at January end. They close February end. Interviews happen slightly later than most colleges. Interviews happen in the second week of April usually, and the results are declared in the third week of April, a week after the interviews. Right, so it's a slow process, actually fast process, but it starts later than most colleges. So as you can see here, fee for registering is $1,000 or $350 for if you're in one of the reserved categories. And we've also included fees and average package for all of the colleges that I'm going to talk about today. So you can take a screenshot or do anything that you'd want to. Right, so FMS has one of the best ROIs. 2 lakh fees and 34.1 lakh average package. But let me tell you something, if you are smart enough to get into any of these colleges and if you work hard and you're in the top percent of the students in that college, you'll be guaranteed a good package. So don't worry about that so much. Right now your focus should be completely on the CAT exam so you get as good of a score as possible. Right, so that's about for FMS Delhi. Right, there's nothing too much about it, just the fact that you'll have to apply probably towards the end of January and you'll have to wait a lot. Right, and now let's look at some of the colleges that you apply before the CAT exam. Right, again going from popularity order, first of it being SPJIMR Institute of Research and Management. It's in Mumbai. Right, this college is probably revered by a lot of students, right, and their applications open around September 20 and they close around November, right? So you have to apply before the exam and it's a fee of 2,000 rupees and you'll get, and SPJIMR has an interesting way of interviewing. They have group interviews, right, round 1 and round 2. Their interviews happen slightly earlier than most IIMs and IITs, right? So SPJIMR you have to apply before the CAT exam. And also SPJIMR, also interesting, they do something called profile based calls. That means before you apply your result, either GMAT score or CAT score, they look at the profile that you've uploaded and based on the profile they make some calls. So that they do 2 rounds of calling, first round being profile based calls and second being merit based or exam based calls. So if your profile is great enough that, let's say you're some sports champ, or let's say you have a ridiculously diverse educational background and you have done well, I'm sure you'll be called in the profile based round itself. Or you'll have to wait until the exam based round where they check your score and they call you. The thing with SPJIN is that once you're done with your CAT result, you're going to have to upload your scorecard to the SPJIN form. They'll open the window for that. Right, a lot of students forgot or missed the fact that they have to upload their score to the SPJIN form, right, and they weren't shortlisted for the interview process. A lot of this stuff happens. So again, follow our channel. We'll make sure to let all of you know when these important things happen. So this is as far as SPJIN. Again, it has one of the best average packages for a non-IIM, right, 33.02L, great college, right. Again, you'll have to apply before the CAT exam. Again, we'll go to the next college where you'll have to apply before the CAT. That is MDI Gurgaon. Right, again, one of the great colleges, has quite a bit of legacy. Recently, they messed up their international business part of the MBA program. So we'll have to see about how many seats they're offering for this year, because they over admitted last year, and they promised the fact that if you want to, you can choose to study with us next year. So we don't know about the number of seats available, but just generally they open their applications around September and they close around November, and has around 3,000 rupees to register. Again, so these interviews happen with MDI Gurgaon. You can schedule your interviews. You can schedule your interviews anywhere between February to actually April first week, right? And depending upon the cities, you get an available dates. And if you want to interview in Gurgaon, you can interview anytime. One interesting thing about MDI Gurgaon is we don't know for sure if it's before or after the CAT exam. We have put here before because usually it's before the CAT exam, but last year what they did was they opened their forms before the CAT exam, and once the result was declared, it was open again for a brief window. Right, so that's probably one of the reasons why they over admitted as well. But tentatively it's before the CAT exam, but again, we'll look out if they open their exam again. Now, coming to another great college that has started using the CAT exam score is IIFT Delhi. They weren't until last year. Last year was the first year you could use the CAT score. So again, these dates are very tentative because last year was the first year where you could apply to IIFT using the CAT scorecard. So great college. Right, so they opened around October and they closed around December 16th, right, before the CAT exam score was released. You had to apply before the exam last year. We're not sure about this year how it will play out, but again, great college, right, smooth application process. The interviews happened online last year in around April 2nd or 3rd week, and the results were declared a week after that. So average package is around 29 and average fees was around 21. Great college, right? Again, you have to apply before the CAT exam. Let's go to the next college. Again, it was very popular once, probably might have fallen off a bit recently, is IMT Ghaziabad. Again, standard applications open and close. They open around September, close around November, right? So with IMT Ghaziabad, their interviews happen actually almost earlier than everyone else. Actually, I remember last year there, you could start booking their interview slots from as soon as the CAT exam result came out. You could book the interview slots, and yeah, they happen quite faster because there's a fair amount of waitlist movement that happens with IMT Ghaziabad. So again, follow us and we'll make sure you're updated. And fees is around 19.5 lakhs and average package is around 17 lakhs. Again, as I said, if you make sure you're in the top % of the students in any of these colleges, you're guaranteed a great package. Right, we'll go to again one of a great college where you have to apply after the CAT exam. Probably the best college after FMS to apply after the exam is SPJIMR or IIT Bombay. Right, so this is common with all the IITs where they open their applications literally the day after the CAT exam. So you get your CAT scorecard, the next day you can apply for the IITs. That includes SPJIMR, DMS and IIT Delhi, Vinod Gupta School of Management and IIT Kharagpur, right, great colleges where you can apply right after the CAT exam. So, and they close around February and interviews happen almost immediately in March, and the results will be announced, right? So these results will be announced quickly because there's a fair amount of waitlisting that happens in these colleges as well. Fees is around 14.5 lakhs and average package is around 28.8, right? And because this is also government college, there's different fees for general and reserved categories. Again, you'll have to apply. This will open right after the CAT exam. Follow us. We'll make sure you guys are updated. Now let's look at some of the other colleges where you'll have to apply after the CAT exam. As I said, it's mostly the IITs, IIT Delhi, IIT KGP, Vinod Gupta School of Management, IIT Roorkee, also called DMS, IIT Kanpur, Department of Management Studies. And this is a new college which has been gaining traction lately, is BITSOM. I think it's in Mumbai, right? You'll have to apply after the CAT exam. DFS Delhi, also another college in Delhi where you can apply after the CAT exam, and KG SOM in Mumbai where you can apply after the CAT exam. So this is basically a run through of the best colleges in the country to apply before the CAT exam. Before the CAT exam basically boils down to IIFT, MDI, SPJIMR, IMT Ghaziabad. After the CAT exam, it's basically all the IITs, FMS, and KG SOM, BITSOM, and all of that stuff. All great colleges, right? So follow us to make sure you're updated on all of these things happening, and we'll make sure you're updated. Yeah, thank you so much.